loans, debt. When should I go into debt? Is there good debt, bad debt? Everyone's asking me this question, so let's address that right now. One of the questions I get asked from my investors a lot is, Mark, how much debt should I carry at any given time? What's good debt versus bad debt? I wanted to address that very clearly here today. Let's first of all talk about the bad debt. Bad debt is really personal expenses, student loans, credit cards, car loans, and basically anything that would be a personal liability, something that is financed for a liability that's taken money out of your pocket. But now let's talk about good debt. There's two kinds of good debt. First, let me say that real estate in general is always able to handle good leverage, but not on your personal home. Clearly, everyone is going to leverage to get into their personal home, but I don't want that to be thrown into the good debt column, okay? That is bad debt that should be paid off as soon as possible. I'm a firm believer that getting out of personal debt is a great way to give some inner financial peace. But as you look to scale and grow into your investing career and start to own some cash flowing assets, it's quite acceptable to go into debt to buy as many assets as you can. For reference, we've once talked about the accumulation phases of wealth building, so go check out our other video on YouTube that addresses the 3 stages of wealth building. But when you're in the accumulation stage of wealth building, we like to say that real estate can handle up to 70 or 80% of debt on that asset. Even leverage to 80% of good debt, your asset should kick off around $200 to $300 a month of positive cash flow. The second kind of good debt that I like to use and utilize is a home equity line of credit. So once your personal home is paid off, you can utilize a home equity line of credit to just give you kind of a scalable mechanism that you can either use and then pay back down and use and pay back down. Why would you want that? Well, a lot of times when you're investing in real estate, you'll get the benefit if you are able to pay cash and close quickly. So one of the ways that I've been able to scale my business over the years is having a large home equity line of credit on my home so that I could quickly pay cash, close quickly on an asset, and take advantage of an opportunity. As many of you know, I used to buy many houses on the courthouse steps, which required cash on the day. A home equity line of credit gives you the ability to wire transfer on the same day, which is a great way and a great mechanism to allow you to close quickly with cash. The other way to use a home equity line of credit is arbitrage. Arbitrage is just a fancy word to basically say the difference between borrowing at a certain rate and lending out at another rate, and it gives you that middle ground. That is the arbitrage. So let's say you've got a home equity line of credit at 3%, but you've got a real estate investor or someone that can pay you 8 to 10%. Well, clearly, if you can borrow at 3% and lend at 10%, you're using the bank's money to gain 7%, which is like an infinite return on your money. So clearly, a home equity line of credit would be good debt in that example, where you can go and get 7% return without using your own cash. Hey, are you a Dave Ramsey follower? Does this kind of spark you to say there's no such thing as good debt? Hey, I'd love to hear your comments below because I've gone through the Financial Peace University. I understand the concept of which Dave Ramsey is trying to lead some people out of the debt cycle. But there is good debt in my opinion. What are your thoughts? If you're watching this on YouTube today, please hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss any videos. Would love to hear your thoughts down below.